Once upon a time, in the quaint village of Everbrook, there lived two families, the Evertons and the Blackwoods. For generations, an intense rivalry had brewed between them, fueled by old misunderstandings and disagreements. The animosity ran deep, with each family forbidding any interaction with the other. It seemed as if their hearts were caged in hatred, destined to remain forever apart. However, amidst this unyielding enmity, a love story began to bloom in the most unexpected way. Eleanor Everton, the headstrong and kind-hearted daughter of the Everton family, had long grown weary of the feud. Despite being warned against it, she often ventured outside the village, seeking solace in the surrounding woods, where she could escape the bitter atmosphere. One fateful day, while wandering through the woods, Eleanor stumbled upon an injured and disoriented young man. He was Alaric Blackwood, the prodigal son of the rival family. The sight of him tugged at her heartstrings, and she couldn't turn away. Putting aside her family's grudges, Eleanor decided to help him. As the days passed, Eleanor nursed Alaric back to health, their meetings a well-kept secret known only to the woods that embraced them. Despite the hatred that had consumed their families, Eleanor and Alaric found solace in each other's company. They discovered they had more in common than they ever thought possible. With each passing moment, their connection deepened. It was as if fate itself was trying to mend the broken ties between their families through the blossoming love between Eleanor and Alaric. But the weight of their feuding backgrounds and the fear of judgment kept their love concealed, confined to the shadows of secrecy. In time, whispers of the young man's disappearance reached the ears of both families, reigniting the ancient animosity. Each family blamed the other, stoking the flames of hatred even higher. As tensions escalated, Eleanor and Alaric's love faced an arduous test. They knew they had to make a choice, to surrender to the age-old grudges or rise above it all and embrace love. One night, Eleanor and Alaric decided to meet beneath the moonlit sky, where the silvery light danced on the gentle waters of the nearby river. Their love had become too significant to be confined to the shadows any longer. As they stood face to face, Eleanor's heart trembled with fear, but she knew it was time to break free from the chains of hate. "Alaric, I cannot bear this separation any longer," Eleanor whispered, her voice tinged with emotion. "Our families may be enemies, but we can be different. We can forge our path." Alaric took her hand in his eyes reflecting the same determination. "Eleanor, I have never felt such love before, and I cannot deny it any longer. I want to be with you, no matter the cost." With their hearts intertwined, Eleanor and Alaric decided to face their families and confess their love, hoping that the power of their emotions would quell the hatred that had plagued Everbrook for far too long. The following day, the villagers gathered in the heart of Everbrook, unaware of the extraordinary events about to unfold. Eleanor and Alaric stood hand in hand, the embodiment of love that transcended all barriers. The air was charged with tension as the families glared at each other. Breaking the deafening silence, Eleanor stepped forward, her voice quivering but resolute. "Our love is true, and we will not let the past dictate our future. Let us mend the wounds of the past and begin anew." Her words struck a chord within the hearts of those who had gathered, and slowly, the icy walls of hatred began to crumble. The villagers looked at Eleanor and Alaric, seeing the courage it took to defy generations of animosity. And in that moment, they realized that love had the power to heal even the deepest of wounds. The elders, who had borne the weight of the feud for so long, exchanged hesitant glances. Slowly, they nodded, signaling their acceptance of Eleanor and Alaric's love. It was a small yet significant step towards reconciliation. Over time, Eleanor and Alaric's love story became a beacon of hope for Everbrook. The village saw the transformation that love could bring, and they began to question the validity of their grudges. Families started to engage in conversations that were long overdue, seeking to understand rather than to condemn. As the years passed, the rivalry between the Evertons and the Blackwoods dissolved, replaced by friendship and mutual respect. And at the heart of this transformation was the love story that had emerged as a welcome from hate, a testament to the power of love to break down barriers and heal wounds. Eleanor and Alaric's love story continued to flourish, and their bond grew stronger with each passing day. They got married in a heartfelt ceremony that brought tears of joy to the eyes of both families. The wedding served as a symbol of reconciliation, and the entire village rejoiced in their union. As husband and wife, Eleanor and Alaric embarked on a mission to bridge the gap between their families even further. They organized joint events, inviting both Evertons and Blackwoods to celebrate together. Through these gatherings, they discovered shared traditions, interests, and values that had been obscured by the veil of animosity. The village, too, was changing. Friendships began to form across once impenetrable lines, and children from both families played together as if the feud had never existed. It was a slow but steady transformation, one that owed its existence to the love of two courageous souls. Yet, not everyone in the village was ready to accept this newfound harmony. A few bitter individuals, unwilling to let go of the past, continued to sow seeds of discord. Their attempts to reignite the hatred were met with resistance from a united front of villagers who had witnessed the power of love to overcome animosity. Years passed, and Eleanor and Alaric grew old together, surrounded by the love of their extended family and the ever-transforming village of Everbrook. The once feuding families now stood side by side, united in their acceptance of each other. The Everton and Blackwood names were no longer synonymous with rivalry but with camaraderie. Eleanor and Alaric's love story reached its zenith when the entire village, regardless of their backgrounds, gathered to celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary. It was a jubilant occasion, filled with laughter, joy, and heartfelt speeches. The couple's enduring love and unwavering commitment to each other had left an indelible mark on Everbrook, one that would never be forgotten. As the sun set on the day of the anniversary celebration, Eleanor and Alaric stood at the edge of the same woods where their love had begun. Hand in hand, they looked back at their journey, a journey that had transformed not just their lives, but an entire village. The woods, once a sanctuary of solace, had witnessed the most remarkable love story Everbrook had ever known. In their twilight years, Eleanor and Alaric decided to write a book, chronicling their love story and the transformation of their village. They hoped that their story would reach beyond Everbrook, inspiring people all over the world to re-evaluate the power of love and the consequences of holding on to hatred. Their book became a bestseller, touching the hearts of millions and prompting people from all walks of life to reflect on their own prejudices and grudges. Eleanor and Alaric's message of love and reconciliation resonated far and wide, sparking a global movement for compassion and understanding. In their final days, surrounded by their loving family and the village they had helped mend, Eleanor and Alaric passed away peacefully, leaving behind a legacy of love that would continue to shape generations to come. The village of Everbrook never forgot the love story that had transformed it from a place of bitterness into a haven of harmony. The memory of Eleanor and Alaric's love remained alive in the hearts of the villagers, a timeless reminder that love could always find its way, even amidst the deepest hatred. The love story of Eleanor and Alaric, once born from the shadows of hate, became a beacon of hope and transformation for the village of Everbrook and beyond. Their courage to break free from the chains of animosity and embrace love served as an inspiration for others to follow suit. Through their unwavering commitment to each other, they not only found happiness but also healed the wounds of the past, uniting their families and their community in a newfound harmony. The story of Eleanor and Alaric teaches us a powerful lesson, that love is the antidote to hate. In a world often divided by prejudice, grudges, and misunderstanding, their story serves as a reminder that genuine love knows no boundaries and has the ability to overcome all obstacles. It shows us that even the most entrenched conflicts can be resolved through compassion, empathy, and a willingness to let go of the past. In the end, the love story of Eleanor and Alaric serves as a poignant reminder that love can be the welcome from hate that our world desperately needs. It challenges us to examine our own prejudices and grudges, encouraging us to choose love over hatred, unity over division, and compassion over bitterness. Through their extraordinary journey, Eleanor and Alaric leave behind a legacy that love can be the catalyst for change, a change that can heal wounds, mend broken relationships, and unite us in a world where love triumphs over hate.